The Schluter Dietraheat Installation Handbook includes comprehensive installation guidelines and warranty criteria for the system. After finding the applicable detail and confirming that all requirements can be met, we start planning the required materials and quantities. Tape has been applied to the floor in the areas where fixtures, such as vanities and the toilet, will be located. The Dietraheat or Dietraheat TB uncoupling membrane is applied wherever tile is to be installed, typically over the entire floor. Measure the floor surface to receive tile and calculate the corresponding area. Select a sufficient quantity of membrane to cover the area. The heating cables may be installed to produce customized zones or throughout the room. Unlike the membrane, heating cables must be spaced a minimum of 3 inches from walls and fixtures, 2 inches from fixed cabinets, 8 inches from other heat sources, such as baseboard heaters or fireplaces, and 6 inches from floor drains. Measure the section or sections to be heated and calculate the corresponding area. Select the heating cable that most closely matches but does not exceed the area to be heated. For example, if a 35 square foot area is to be heated, select the heating cable with 32 square foot coverage, rather than the heating cable with 37½ square foot coverage. The cable cannot be trimmed or shortened to fit. Any excess cable can be installed in a buffer zone. This is an area where floor warming wasn't planned and space for cable overrun was provided. For example, behind a toilet or adjacent to a door opening. Heating cables may also be installed 6 inches from the wall to create a buffer zone. Visit schluter.com to use our Dietraheat calculation sheet and our online Dietraheat calculator to help with your project layout. The electrical preparation has already been completed. A dedicated circuit has been run to the thermostat electrical box. A single-gang deep electrical box or a double-gang electrical box with a single-gang mud ring is recommended to provide room for the wiring. The remainder of the electrical preparation will vary, depending on the thermostat chosen. When using the Dietraheat ERT or the Dietraheat ER thermostat, the preparation includes the following. Install a section of conduit from the electrical box to a hole at the base of the wall. The heating cable cold lead will be run through the conduit, while the floor temperature sensors will be run inside the wall and threaded between the electrical box and surrounding wall sheathing. When using the Dietraheat ERSD thermostat, the preparation includes the following. If the thermostat will be mounted on a double-gang electrical box, install 2 sections of conduit from the electrical box to holes at the base of the wall. The heating cable cold lead will be run through one conduit, while the floor temperature sensors will be run through the other. If the thermostat will be mounted on a single-gang electrical box, install 1 section of conduit from the electrical box to a hole at the base of the wall. The heating cable cold lead will be run through the conduit, while the floor temperature sensors will be run inside the wall and into the electrical box through a separate opening from the conduit. Please note that the floor temperature sensors must be tested using an ohm meter or multimeter to verify accuracy prior to installation. The resistance will vary according to the ambient temperature. Connect the meter to the sensor leads and compare the measurement with the expected values in the heating cable tests log. Record the actual temperature and measured resistances in the tests log. Now, we're ready to prepare for the membrane installation. The substrate must be clean, even, and load-bearing. Any leveling of the subfloor must be done prior to installing Dietraheat or Dietraheat TB. Sweep the floor to remove any debris. For wood substrates, verify that subfloor panels are properly fastened to framing members. Tightly butted or tented seams must be addressed prior to installation. For concrete substrates, remove any films or curing compounds by grinding. If the concrete is particularly dry or porous, moisten it to help prevent premature drying or skinning of the bond coat. Any standing water must be removed prior to installation. Clean any dust from the substrate with a damp sponge. Measure and cut the matting using a utility knife or scissors. The planning and preparation are now complete.